I'm sweating
Hold on a minute.
so much.
So I need to know where I'm going.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling 1 second.
Okay.
Don't say
Okay.
anything. Someone does.
Okay. Here she is.
Hi. The stress level of getting tea is high. It is so high.
Okay.
I mean,
Thank you very much.
for God's sakes, I take my life in my hands every time I go anywhere, and that was frightening.
Oh my God, she has an accent.
It was frightening. I developed an accent out of fear.
Well, we have a very exciting day today.
Catch my breath.
Aside from the tea scenario, we have a very exciting day because we are going to... Where are we going?
We're going to Beverly Hills.
We are going to Beverly Hills, but not for any exciting reason other than I am getting an infusion today.
Yeah, another one.
And unfortunately, because of COVID, my mom actually can't come in with me. So she's gonna be stuck in her car for like 3 hours.
Yeah, it's all right.
But that's okay because we have tea. We are going to be taking you along with us on my infusion journey, documenting the process and teaching you a little bit about IBD and the various treatment options in the process. I hope you'll stick around. Thank you again for being here. Can't wait to show you what the day has in store. So, it turns out today is the one day that Los Angeles decided to become the site of
a death trap.
Yeah, the site of a, not a tornado, what is it? I don't even know. The storm of the year.
I thought Starbucks was a fright. I
Yeah.
thought that was threatening.
Yeah, we're not built for inclement weather here in Southern California, so this is a big thing. 2 miles you're gonna get off on Robertson.
Okay, thank you, Charlie.
So for those who don't know, inflammatory bowel disease, or IBD, is a classification of diseases that cause chronic inflammation in the digestive tract. It's an umbrella term that covers a couple of different diseases, most notably Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, which is what I have. This is
Honey,
hard.
you should be able to say umbrella because we're using our umbrellas today.
An
Okay?
umbrella term. It's not really clear what causes these kind of inflammatory diseases, but it's sort of speculated that it's a combination of environmental, hereditary, and genetic factors. Under normal circumstances, a person's GI tract is constantly infiltrated with harmless bacteria, and for the most part, that doesn't cause any issues. Unfortunately, with someone who has IBD, that harmless bacteria is actually thought to be foreign invaders and consequently causes the body to start attacking itself. Because that harmless bacteria isn't actually causing any real problems, the body itself is what suffers the ramifications of that attacking. That didn't make sense.
Yeah, it does.
Unfortunately, this kind of inflammation does not go away, and there currently is no actual cure for IBD. It's just sort of about managing the symptoms that come up when this sort of inflammation is present. Both diseases can cause a lot of really nasty side effects and symptoms, including ulceration, thickening of the lining of the GI tract, urgency and frequency, bleeding, malnutrition, rapid weight loss, weight gain. It's a lot of fun. Now, the main difference between Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis is that Crohn's disease can affect any part of the GI tract. So, as we like to say, from gum to bum. Clever. And it also, the inflammation in Crohn's disease is also very, very deep. Now, with ulcerative colitis, the inflammation is actually only limited to the colon, the large intestine, and the inflammation is a little bit more surface level, but both diseases can cause equally as bad of symptoms and can unfortunately lead a lot of IBD patients to seek out surgery as their only option if treatment doesn't work. So in terms of my disease in particular, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis 1.5 years ago, and basically oh wait, I have a demonstration. Hold, please.
Oh my.
This is a colon. All right, we're gonna pause here for a second because everything I'm about to demonstrate on this colon is entirely wrong. I got so excited about bringing my plush colon with me that I actually pointed to the complete wrong side of the organ. And what I tell you is the rectum here is actually, in fact, the appendix. So I go into this later and will explain it, but I just wanted to make that clear now. So
Here you go.
They
always have faces on them. Isn't that
They
funny?
do. They're always smiling. I can't believe I forgot I brought a teaching tool.
You brought an aid.
An aid.
A visual aid.
Okay, so when I was first diagnosed, the inflammation in my colon was kind of somewhere up to around here, if that makes any sense. It was about 24 inches or something like that, wasn't it?
I think it was. That's what
Maybe less than that. I can't remember.
I got blacked out when he said 24 inches.
Yeah, I can't quite remember. It was in centimeters, and I don't know how to convert that properly. But the length of your large intestine, for those who are curious, is actually about the length of your height. So even if it was 2 feet, that's still only centralized in the bottom part of my colon. And interestingly enough, most people who have inflammation at the bottom part of their colon actually have the worst symptoms. So you could have your entire colon affected, but if your rectum, the bottom part of your colon, is not inflamed, you may not have as severe of urgency, frequency, or rectal bleeding as someone with inflammation just near the rectum. Now you know all the things I go through. When I was diagnosed, my inflammation was about here. Now, this past March of 2020, my inflammation was localized to just about right here. Look how cute it is, look at the little rectum.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
It's very cute. Mine doesn't look like that.
I guess
but
it's a matter of, it's
yeah,
perspective.
it is perspective. So in March of 2020, my inflammation was much lower, but I was still experiencing symptoms. Now, over the past few months, starting around September, things started to get really, really terrible. I was going to the bathroom 20 times a day. I lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. It was very scary.
It was rough.
I was getting up multiple times an hour, actually, in the middle of the night to use the restroom because I could not hold it to save my life, and it was pretty scary for a little bit. So I unfortunately had to start taking something called prednisone, which is a corticosteroid that is often prescribed for people in autoimmune flare-ups. Thankfully, over the last 30 some odd years, there have been a lot of really great developments in inflammatory bowel disease treatment options that have allowed patients to actually reach remission. Some of those treatment options include oral medications like mesalamine. There are rectal therapies like suppositories, enemas, and rectal steroid foam. And then there are also biologic and biosimilar therapies, which are most of the time administered via IV infusion or injection. Now, what I am going to go receive right now is a biologic IV infusion. For the past year and a half, I have been on a similar medication called Entyvio, which is an infusion treatment. And basically it works by suppressing your body's immune system to block certain inflammation pathways and allow your body to heal so it's not constantly attacking that bacteria that I mentioned earlier. Unfortunately, different medications block different inflammation pathways, and since every patient is completely different, not everyone responds to the same treatment in the same way. So today I am going to try a new medication that will hopefully block the inflammation pathways that are causing my inflammation. I'm hoping to show you guys as much of it as I can. I do have to be careful because I don't want there to be any HIPAA violations or anything like that. I don't want to intrude on anyone's privacy. I'll probably take my phone into the infusion center rather than my camera to do any filming in there. But I am excited to show you what the process is like. So we are about an hour in, got about an hour left, trying to stay productive, and just relax. I had to take a bathroom break. Thank goodness I have my friend with me. Okay, we survived. Did you survive?
I did.
My first Remicade infusion is officially done. Because this is my first dose with a new medication, we actually have to do what's called a loading dose, or a series of loading doses. So I'm going to come back and get it again in 2 weeks, and then again 4 weeks after that, and then I will hopefully be sticking to just once every 2 months. I'm feeling tired, which is pretty normal with immunosuppressants. Just feel a little
headache or anything?
Yeah, I feel a little headachy and just tired, so I'm probably gonna go home and take a nap and just kind of relax the rest of the day. So now we are heading home, and that's it, I guess. Very exciting. Not very exciting. Okay, so my mom had to run an errand, so I'm sitting in the car, and I might actually take a little nap. I'm feeling just pretty sleepy. But that's kind of standard for most biologics because they are immunosuppressants. Biologics are actually medications made up of antibodies that target the immune system, and they're called biologics because they're made from biologic materials, so real materials and ingredients that are found in humans. Biologics in terms of treating IBD are usually used for more moderate to severe disease activity, but they can be used in patients that have milder cases as well. It just sort of depends on where the inflammation is located. Biologics, however, are not just limited to people with IBD. A lot of other autoimmune diseases can be treated using biologics, such as rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis. There are a lot of people that find this class of medications really can help with reaching remission and preventing symptom flare-ups and things like that. So they're actually really quite incredible. Oh, I'm still recording. So I just realized that when I was demonstrating where my UC disease activity was on my plush colon, I got so overly excited that I actually pointed to the complete wrong side of the colon. So this is not, in fact, the cute little rectum. This side is actually your appendix. I do in fact know how a colon is shaped. I've looked at many of them over the last few years, but I just got excited and was looking at it backwards. So please don't take my word as medical expertise. I have 2 degrees in music performance and clearly don't know what I'm talking about. We just picked up some Chinese food.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting. This entire vlog has basically been in a vehicle.
I'm done. I'm finished.
We'll fix it in post.
Oh, there we go. We'll fix it in. Oh.
Anyway, we're excited to get home and eat and go to bed. Okay, so it is 7:42 and I am in my pajamas, which is rather indicative of how I must be feeling. I mean, generally I feel pretty okay. I just feel a little tired, a little achy, but overall the day was very exhausting. I mean, being a vlogger is hard. I'm hoping I can sleep through the night. The last couple of weeks I have to get up around 2 to 3 times a night, which is fine. I mean, it's much better than a couple of months ago when I was getting up multiple times an hour, but it isn't really that fun to have to sprint to the toilet at 2 in the morning. It's a little jarring, if I'm honest, so I'm hoping that this might at least let me sleep. Hopefully this vlog was at least interesting and entertaining and mildly educational. I mean, I did mess up the sides of the colon, so I told you what not to do, basically. So that's educational. To be honest, I'm sharing my real life, and this is my real life. It's not that exciting. I don't get to go do what I'm used to doing, which is perform on stages and collaborate with large groups of people and teach and record in sessions. My life is different, but maybe sharing it will be fun or help someone, maybe. I don't know. It's the infusion. It's getting to me. I'm gonna go relax. I'm gonna take it easy. I will check in with you all tomorrow morning and let you know how I'm feeling. Hopefully I will be well rested and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed the next time you see me. Okay. Oh. It is 6 o'clock.
which is usually, oh, so bright. Usually when my alarm goes off. I woke up a little bit before that, and I slept through the whole night, which is a miracle. I'm gonna turn my light off now because this is way too bright, but I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna make some a chai tea latte, I think. Maybe do a little yoga, do some journaling, start my day. Alright, so I've just finished my morning journaling, which is something that I do pretty much every day. It's honestly one of the first things I do when I get out of bed and get myself dressed. I go and journal for a page or two. I realized that the best way for me to actually journal is to do it in the morning. I always thought that you were supposed to lay on your bed and journal at night, like in all of those Disney Channel sitcoms or something. But it turns out that the better way for me to journal anyway is first thing in the morning. I just wanted to update you guys on how I'm feeling since I've been out of bed now for about 2 hours. I am feeling really good. I feel really good. It's very exciting. I'm hopeful. I feel well rested. I don't feel particularly tired. I don't feel body achy at all, which on my previous medication, Entyvio, I always felt pretty achy for 4 or 5 days after my infusion, but today I feel really good. And I'm excited because I've been suffering from chronic chest pain as a result of my other autoimmune condition, undifferentiated connective tissue disease, for the last 4.5 years. And every time I take a breath, it always hurts. But today, it doesn't seem to hurt as much. I actually feel like my chest pain may be better as a result of the Remicade, which would make sense because Remicade blocks off a lot of different inflammation pathways, and it very well could help both of my diseases, which would be honestly a miracle. So maybe this is going to help me reach a place of remission for the first time. Thank you so much for tuning into my very first vlog, my Remicade infusion vlog. I hope it wasn't too boring. I promise I will get better at this. I just have no idea what I'm doing. And I promise my next vlog won't just be me in a car in the pouring down rain. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. You could even hit the little notification bell to be alerted when my next video comes out. Hit that like button, and if you are an IBD patient undergoing treatment and you are on biologics, or perhaps you're on Remicade as well, leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear your experiences. And if you're not comfortable leaving a public comment, you can always send me a message on Instagram. I love connecting with other autoimmune warriors and musicians on that platform. So please feel free to reach out. I am always here to listen. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, hopefully next week, if I can stay consistent. All right, so this is a surprise later in the day check-in that I was not planning on doing, but I can't contain my excitement. So it is now 4:20 later in the day, and I have only used the bathroom twice. I mean, that's crazy. I know that's a lot of information to share, but when you have IBD, my standard lately has been about 8 times a day, which is actually really good compared to where I was just a few weeks ago. So 2 times, it's a New Year's miracle.